Well, most of my rabbinate, it's now 20 years that I've been ordained, has been working on this divide between Jews and non-Jews in Israel. At first I was interested in interfaith dialogue, and then I realized that you can't just have a theological abstract dialogue without relating to the reality of the inequality of life, and so that it became more of a kind of a peace and justice calling than just interfaith dialogue. The Jahalin Bedouin with whom we work are one of many Bedouin tribes living in Israel. They were pushed out of the Negev around 1950 and settled in the corridor between Jerusalem and the Dead Sea. And when Ma'ale Adumim was planned and construction began in the late 70s, they were pushed off again. And in the 90s, when Ma'ale Adumim was expanded and a bypass road built, they were once again forced off their land, and now they're in a shanty town. Their situation is that of a disenfranchised population that has been forced to leave its traditional way of life and to face the challenges of living an urban life, but without the proper preparation, without the infrastructure, and without vocational training. It's quite ironic to go to where they have been moved to and to see the shacks they live in, and you lift up your eyes and you see a couple miles away a huge settlement, Ma'ale Adumim, which is basically a middle-class suburb which has its own shopping mall, its own country club, and the Jahalin, meanwhile, are without electricity, without sewage. When you go out to visit the Jahalin, and this has happened to me on a number of occasions, all you have to do is follow a garbage truck, because Jerusalem's largest dump is right next to the Bedouin. And so you can imagine how hazardous it is, and in fact it's against Israeli law to house anyone this close. When we tried raising this in court, unfortunately the judges did not respond to this claim, which was quite distressing. I would add that in the Negev as well, we have Bedouin next to whom a garbage dump has been constructed actually for disposal of hazardous materials.
My name is Rachel. Hi, what is your name? My name is Rachel. What is your name?
My name is Knife.
Knife. Okay.
And we've had a lot of volunteers now for 3 years. We're helping the kids there master English, do better in school. It's been very wonderful for us to see that there's still that spirit of concern among American Jews who come on short visits and sometimes for year programs, studying at the university and Zionist programs.
Now.
No!
Okay.
The volunteers who've been out there, and we've had a couple hundred now, have become engaged on a personal level, and I think that their attachment and awareness has left them with a commitment which will go well beyond their visit to Israel. We're moving towards working on the larger Bedouin issue, the status of 150,000 Bedouin in the state of Israel, most of whom are in the Negev, half of whom live in unrecognized villages, and half in artificially constructed towns which leave a lot to be desired, and there are many issues there that are of concern to us and to the larger public. I think that the Bedouin that we work with understand that Israeli Jews are not of one kind, that they've seen settlers, they've seen army and other agents of the occupation, but I think that they see in us a kind of Israeli they could live with, and I think that gives them a certain degree of hope and optimism for the future.